Yo, what's up guys? Just me today. A couple things about this video. There's a sound quality issue. I think we're having a problem with our mics recently, but if it's a problem for you, just skip this lesson. We've got it resolved, and in the future, sound should be working fine. But it's just on camera mic, which is iPhone. So if it's sucky, complain to Steve Jobs or whoever's running the company now. Like, share, subscribe.
The game changes within inches, and that's what separates the real elite players. Because at some point, like this YouTube and Instagram and all these things, and it's like, what was your read at that moment in time? And you know, that determines whether you're exceptional, great, world class. Like, that's really what it is. And that's why, like, if I attach it back to the partner and how he's feeding you, it's like, if I come in, this is what I mean by it. I come like this, and I just peel his hand like this, and now, like, maybe he's not backing up, and I come like this. And like, I'm not gonna go into dropping, like going up there. Like, no way. Maybe I just grab on because I don't want him backing away from me. I don't want him flaring his hips. And the last thing I want to do, I'm a BJJ fighter. The last thing I want this man to do is get away from me. So I grip what I grip, okay? If I'm like this, and I just went like this, and I see people like here, and now they're backing up, and that's what I said, they're backing up, trying to throw this triangle. I wouldn't have taken that. The hands right here would have laced it through and now start dominating this grip to either come to his back, reverse, like different move, okay? Then I see some people with the grip, right? I'm like this on this grip, and I peel it, and then they're landing like this, and now they're trying to take their leg out and go to the triangle from the guy up here. Their reaction at this point, once I suck myself in like this, he's gonna run up on me because I don't really control his hand. He's gonna base it, go high, and now he starts floating. And now I gotta get out of here or attack this leg, and I gotta spin out of the pocket. So the reason I'm trying to explain is like I just wanted to grip you, dude. I didn't want you to run away from me. There is no right or wrong. I'm showing it from the head and the shoulder clamped on. Now, if you got a body lock, you take a body lock. You take what you can get. Last thing I need this man is I need some form of a gripping position. I need this guy walking away from me, no way. So grip what you grip, okay? So if I go 2-on-1, I'm sucking myself in, and now he's got to give me a real reaction because then that becomes the gray area. You just went from a triangle like this, you just peel his hand, you're like this, with this man on top, and you're sitting here like this, and you're gonna go into a triangle. How are you gonna get this leg out in time? You're not. So I'm explaining it from here, that he's backing up. I'm like, this, damn, dude, I'm gonna lose this hand in 2 seconds. So I gotta make a choice, right? I don't want him to back up. So if I can't grab him with my physical hands, maybe I could grab him with the back of my calf on his neck so that he doesn't get away. And now I'm holding him like this so I can get to his skull before he goes vertical, right? So I want you to understand like what you're doing at a certain time and why. And if the partner on the bottom can give you the right reaction, then you'll get better at it because then it's going to take you 20 plus years to see the reactions and you won't get them enough. So then that becomes like, you've got to get a good partner. Otherwise, the partner only cares about himself and like, all right, you're never going to get the feel of when you need to do it at that moment in time. And that becomes like, how high do you want to play the game? You want to play the game to an elite level, you got to know when, okay, you got to go to that one, you got to go to that one. He just moved this way, you got to go to that one. And I know it's this endless puzzle, but that's the fascination of the game because you can't, it's just always developing and going and changing in quarter seconds. Like, so let's go back for 1 second. I just said that, but let's go back to this, okay? I just told you, you brought this position, and I'm like this, I'm going, damn, I don't want him to get away, and I'm sucking myself in. So we're like this. I just slid myself on, and I don't want him to get away, so I just grabbed on, and I just latched my hands because I don't want him backing out on me, and now I'm here, okay? And now we'll start to move from here. I'm like this, and I just said that you floated him out, okay? And you went like this, and released this stuff. You get I don't want you to see, okay. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. How can I say this? Right? You could do the same reversal from this angle, but then it's gonna play back to a triangle if he bases hard. So you were like this, right? You sucked him up, and now you slid him out, and you're like this. If I'm sitting, I just described the flow. If I'm sitting so good on that crease, and you are the dominant player, like sometimes you might have issues if the person's too big. So I'm sitting here. I'm gonna start hiking this up as high as I can as I bring my elbow through the pocket and I reverse it this way. So my bottom leg starts coming up, and I start hiking how over the top to bring him back over. His reaction is he does have a free hand. So potentially he could start basing himself out and countering me to prevent that. We hit him with another triangle, right? So if you were like this, right, you just floated him out and you release the skull at this point. This is absolutely a reversal. You can hike this high. Now Howie's like this, and I'm going, damn, why can't I take this leg out and throw this back up again? Because now I'm in the same position. My first reaction is grab the skull. My second reaction is see if I can grab the leg. Third reaction is see if I can change the angle and catch this again. So I'm doing the same exact move. He's just countering, right? So he's not letting me go. And now the bottom player's got to give you the right reaction. If you've got a terrible partner, do one move. Because it's just going to be a slop fest. You're not going to get anything. I want you to walk away a little bit better than you came in. So it's not, there's no purpose in doing 3 moves if all 3 are butchered up and they're like a montage of mixtures. Do one. If you got a great partner, do all 3. Do all 3. And the next time, write down the notes and do them again. Right? So you're still on the crease, right? You're still trying. Like, you're not giving up on this. You do have good things and bad things to this move. One is that I showed this reversal, and we'll go through this other reversal because you can reverse it from this way also. But we just floated him because I was gonna take this arm if I could. So I was here, I was like this, and I went floating out. And I'm trying to get this arm, and I'm going, you know what? I'm a little bit nervous about this because by the time I make this transfer, he might pull out on me, and now I've lost this arm. So I'm going, I'm so tight on this. You know what? Let me drop this bottom hook. This bottom hook out of the bottom. Remember, the top hook was always here. I brought it up the other day, and I brought it up again this morning about this guy being on that far, on this hip line, because I never wanted to lose position, and just in case things go wrong, you're not going to pass my guard with this shield in front. So my bottom hook that was on that far side leg comes out, and it starts coming through this pocket, my right leg. My goal is to get my kneecap to face the mat. If my kneecap can face the mat, then my toes start grabbing the mat so that I have generating power to drive it over the shoulder. At no point do I not try my best to leverage as much body pressure and weight on his forehead so that he's pushing down. So now I'm like this, and now my toes have just gotten to the mat so that I can use these toes to push up and now drive the rest of the move over. If for some reason he's basing, why can't we go back to the triangle, right? I was trying to take my best out, but he realizes I'm like this. And now I'm taking this leg out, and now Harry realizes he's trying to back up on me, and I'm going, okay, let me take this leg out. I'm sorry. I'm throwing this up and latching my legs together. My first reaction, we said, is to grab the skull. Second reaction, grab the shin. Don't let him go posturing up, right? I start changing my angle, whether I could grip under here, grip under the leg, and I latch up when we finish. Let's try it, guys. I'm like this. I'm going, oh man, I can't get this guy out, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't get my triangle up. I get it, I can't. So, and then hypothetically, maybe he's 5'5", and I'm 6'2", and I can't, and like, how's that limb gonna come out? It's not gonna come out. I'm like this. Why can't I take this leg and kick out the bottom leg? But the moment he goes flat, I transfer here instead, right? Because now I come back in here. I'm only gonna take this triangle. It goes back to what I said about 10 minutes ago. The partner's gotta give you the right feel. So if he's closing the pocket up here, why am I going to a triangle? You shouldn't have went to a triangle, because the moment you throw the triangle up and you didn't have a triangle in that position within those 3 and change, it's gonna turn around on the other side and spin out the back, and now you're suddenly he's on your side. So your bottom player's gotta understand like what he's gotta feed you. So, but if you're gonna kick out the leg, when he goes flat, take the arm. Because what's the big deal if you miss the arm? He's gonna drive back like a maniac, and then you hit him with the reversal again with the first one. So the bottom player's gotta give you the right feel. Like I said before, drill 1, but drill 1 to perfection. Don't drill 3 and 4, and you're all slop fest, and you walk out of here not learning one thing. I was scared that you leave a little bit better. Top bottom player, understand like the feel. You got to open up that pocket for him. And you might say, I'm not going to open up that pocket in a real. Oh, then he's going to kick out the leg. He's going to make your life miserable. He's going to kick out your hip. Like, he's going to get that back. Like, you're not controlling the bottom leg. And if you go and you say, well, hold on, I'm going to control that bottom. Okay, so the hand that was helping you not go over, you're going to come in here. Okay, so now this shoulder that was hiked up, the one thing saving you, you just left it. So now, okay, you go control the bottom leg. So now you're going over on the reversal. So I hope that made sense mechanically. Not that I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to like the physical mechanics of the move and how he should counter in the move. Okay, so we can do that. Don't worry about kicking out the leg. I just rather right now that you see the opportunities to triangle, or do the reversals. You got about 5 minutes, you can drill them all. On Friday, we'll capture them again. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. Thank you.